There are already so many different kinds of creatures in the world, but aren't they beginning to become dull? Why not combine a few to double your money? These crazy combination hybrid creatures are all the rage apparently, and we humans seem to be creepily interested in making more of them. From a Zonkey to a Leopon, these are 5 of the rarest crossbreed animals in the world. Number 5. Here we have an example of exotic crossbreeding for zoo attractions, where a male jaguar and a female lion are crossed. The jag lions share a significant amount of genetic material and both have spots, which are dominant in any case and will undoubtedly be passed on in any offspring. However, in contrast to other lion crossbreeds, the males of this crossbreed will not grow a mane. Their offspring would most likely fall somewhere in the middle of the 2 big cat species' average sizes, around 200 pounds. However, because there are so few of these animals that have ever been observed, there is very little data to base our understanding of this crossbreed. Actually, these animals are so uncommon that there are only 2 known examples worldwide, and they are both kept at an animal sanctuary in Canada, where they were born following a minor mishap. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and leave a like. Thanks. Number 4. The term Zonkey refers specifically to the offspring of a male zebra and a female zebra. When the father is a donkey and the mother is a zebra, their babies are known as donkers or z-donks. But honestly, that just sounds silly. It seems like there's a bit of a trend for mixing things up in zoos and China and zebras, while they seem to be getting a whole lot of action in the process. One such donker was born at a zoo in China. It had a brown coat that resembled that of a donkey, but it had the coolest zebra-like legs down below. It was quite the sight, and undoubtedly another draw for tourists to that specific zoo, but it is breeding for novelty purposes to attract more visitors. It's a slippery slope, though, because you may begin to wonder about the concerns about breeding or even the ethics of zoos in general. Number 3. Now, the general problem with all of this crossbreeding for aesthetic purposes is that sometimes poking and prodding various animals' genetic makeup can actually do them harm. One such creature that has developed a number of issues as a result of being engineered to within an inch of its life is the blood parrot cichlid fish, an aquarium fish hybrid species that was created by crossing a couple of different cichlid species, but in the style of a Frankenstein's monster, and something went wrong. This fish is the subject of intense debate, even among aquarium enthusiasts. It seems that the specific genetic makeup this fish was born with results in a mouth so small that it is unable to eat, which is problematic for any animal that must eat in order to grow and release energy. This fish is simply unable to live as it should, which is unfortunate. To be honest, the little fish is so contentious that some aquarium enthusiasts have even gone so far as to boycott the pet stores that sell it. However, there are always people who hold opposing views and are unfazed by little things like the hybrid fish's big eyes and beaky head or their inability to thrive. Number 2. The liger, which is arguably the most well-known of the strange hybrid animals on our list, is a hybrid of a lion and a tiger, making it the largest of all big cats and capable of growing to a massive 12 feet in length. An animal cannot be classified as a liger unless it is specifically created by a male lion and a female tiger. Going the other way around would apparently result in a tigon. These animals typically grow to be much larger than either of their parents, and they also share a number of unique characteristics with each of them, but overall, they resemble lions more than tigers. Male ligers typically have manes that are shorter than those of a lion's, and they typically have tan coloring similar to that of lions with the addition of faint tiger stripes. When they roar, they also resemble lions. Despite this, people seem to have a fascination with these hybrid animals, even though they do not occur naturally in the wild because lions and tigers do not share habitats. Number 1. It remains to be addressed whether it is morally questionable to start tinkering and mixing breeds of animals entirely for human purposes, but it is certainly something that people have been doing for centuries with breeds of horses and cattle along with dogs and the like. Being the only Cama in the village, much alone the only one on Earth, must be difficult, but that's exactly how things worked out for Rama the Cama. She was the only known hybrid llama camel and had been that way for years before a few more of her kind came along to keep her company at the Camel Reproduction Center in Dubai. It is a hybrid of a female llama and a male camel. The goal is to make the strong, desert-ready legs of the camel and the lengthy coat of the llama blend in harmoniously with the rest of their features, but since they are both known for being spitters, that doesn't seem too hopeful. There you have it, an assortment of unexpected events, mishaps, and a few human interventions have led to the emergence of some of the most peculiar animals on Earth. What are your thoughts on the way individuals have been snooping around in the crossbreeding industry? Please share in the comments section below. See you next time.